my dome. Concrete walls, yeah, it's my home. Stockpile stacked with rations tight. Prep for the dark, we'll light the fight. Forage the woods, take what I need. Off-grid living, no time for greed. Barter goods in the shadow shade. Tactical steps in plans I've laid. Back to the bunker where the truth won't bend. Water and food where the road might end. Bug out bags by the door, stand tall, prepared for the fall. Yeah, prepared for it all. Generators hum, a comforting sound. Blackout nights when chaos surrounds. Seeds in jars, yeah, we're growing life. Homesteading strong in a time of strife. No high-tech wires, no web to roam. Resilience beats the world unknown. Hands in the soil, hearts in the fight. Staying ready every day, every night. Back to the bunker where the truth won't bend. Water and food where the road might end. Bug out bags by the door, stand tall, prepare for the fall. Yeah, prepare for it all. Back through the bunker where the truth won't bend. Water and food where the road might end. Bug out bags by the door, stand tall, prepare for the fall. Yeah, prepare for it all. Prepare for it all. When central power rules the game, when thoughts controlled in freedom's name, when the governed lose to
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are having a great Friday and a happy weekend to you. All right, we have a buttload of stuff to do today, and so let's see. It looks like I'm seeing there might be a few new people here. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and obviously, Rose, West Virginia Pappy. No, that's wrong. Fishing guy. Number two, Deanna. You are deterred. We got Bob Pita. We got divinely blessed designs. I'm just calling you blessed designs. Too many words. Let's see here. We got Debbie Chandler's in the house. We got Coffee First Then Speak. Good to go. Good to go. West Virginia Pappy's in the house. Nico Wolf showed up. Haven't seen you in a while, bros. Good to see you. We got Mike, Kilo, Charlie, 9, Hotel Whiskey, X-Ray. I'm guessing you're one of my hamheads. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Ian has showed up. And that's all that have posted so far. As usual, you guys know the deal. You type the words and I say your name or something like that. We got a handful of you in there right now. So today's agenda is actually pretty simple. We're gonna do some simple stuff up front, and then we're going to do the giveaway. And if you guys have not signed up for the giveaway, then shame on you, because my rule is pretty simple. If it's free, it's for me, and you cannot win. You can win unless you sign up. Logic, good to see you. Good to see you. I won't. I'm not even going to tell you how to do the giveaway, because if you don't know, that means that you didn't watch Not my last video, but my video before that. I'm fairly new. I don't know how to sign up. Damn it, coffee. Damn it, coffee. I've seen you in here before. Okay, so here's how you do it. Ah, oh, you're gonna make this painful. You're gonna make this painful. So I did a video on this planning tool, the Mad Gear contingency planning tool. I made a video all about this. I put it out there. It actually got some halfway decent traction. And you have to go to that video and type the word plan in the description. And I know all the people that did this early on, who did the due diligence, who did the work up front, are like, damn it, LP, why are you making it so easy for people to win stuff? It's not fair. We did the work. Well, truth be known, a lot of you are members. So, and if you're not a member, you don't know these things early like the members do. Like a week ago, the members knew about this. Now, what a lot of people have not seen, and I put this in my second to the last video, is the Mad Gear also produces something called the Quick Cards. And this has a little bit of everything. It's kind of like a compressed version of this. I'm going to be giving away both of these planning tools. These two things are going to be coming to you in the mail free of charge if you win. If you live in the United States of America, CONUS. Also, on top of that, I ordered too many of the 2025 commemorative local prepper coins. So I will be giving this away as well in that drawing. So let me get that in there. You get that. You see that? It's solid copper. It's a copper coin. And I had these made by Scorpion Metals. Awesome dude, awesome company. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. So I'm going to be doing that. I'll be giving that away as where. Okay, I'll be back. Only only once I laugh. Well, I found you by accident. It happens. It happens. But we'll be giving those. We're going to give that away as a package. And the way to work is we'll do the drawing live here, probably in the next, I don't know, 5 minutes, giving people a chance to run there, sign up, run back, that kind of thing. Um, and then we'll do that drawing. And then after that, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've been wanting to do this for a while. And I apologize that I have to use my webcam whenever I use my table cam. But I've been wanting to do this for a while where um, I'm going to rebuild my battle belt into a survival belt. Thanks, FYI. I love your rule for chat. It's the only one. It's the only one that makes sense in the adult world. But I'm going to rebuild my former battle belt uh, into a survivalist belt. Here live, I'm going to move on over to the table. You guys can see this, the table over here. I've already stripped it apart from its original configuration. I got a little video I'll show you guys of that. And then we're gonna build that thing out, and we're gonna build it out. Why is my camera moving? Why did my camera move? It's weird. Oh, because it's on the laptop. Okay. We're going to build that out live for you guys to see and understand and know how it's done. And then maybe you could want to go do those things yourselves. Now, here's the good news. The good news is I'll be recording the whole thing and I'm going to turn it into a video so that you guys can actually go back and reference if you have to run out of here. Okay. I understand that a lot of times people don't stick around for the entire live stream, but they're interested in the subject. I'll be putting that video out probably next Monday, I think. Um, but after I do all the editing and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so that's what's going to happen. And if you have any questions while I'm doing it, feel free to ask. But I will be pretty much like focused on the belt itself. All right, so let's see. We are in live chat, which is always super awesome. I did get as you can see, I got my chat to finally work properly. I wish there were more in it, but you were all listening intently. Intently. If you want to do the drawing right now, put a 1 in the chat. I'll drink some coffee. I'll wait a second. And I do have a secondary microphone that I needed last time that I didn't do. So I guess the more ones I see, the quicker we'll do the drawing. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm starting to see the ones the ones are starting to come flying in there. Off-road Armada. Yo, you made another live. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go watch that. Off-road Armada. Can I click on this and like go and like look at I'm gonna go to your channel real quick. Off-road Armada, and you made another. It says you have no videos. More about this channel. It says you made no videos, Broseph. I'm in an office, not a tent. Oh, you made it to another live. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, because when I go to your, it's hold on, I gotta push the button here. Right screen. So yeah, no videos. You've never made a video off-road Armada. No worries, bro. It's my fault. I took you out of context. Okay, let's see here. Let's move that back over where it belongs so I don't lose it in case I want to do something with it later. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. We're all good with that. Man, I don't see enough ones, man. I don't see enough ones. It's like nobody cares about this drawing. Well, you're probably all just working. So I get it. I get it. I'm not a total fool. Not a total fool. So what I've got to do now is I've got to fire up. Let me minimize this. And I've got to get to the where are we at here? Wheel. No, it's not wheel. It's pick a winner or something like pick a winner on YouTube. I always forget the name of this damn site. YouTube random comment picker. I think that's it. Pick a winner. Slide on. Yep, that's it right there. That's the one right there. And then we need to go to the video. All right, let's see here. You know what? We might as well. You guys won't be able to see me for a second, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So we're just gonna go ahead and slide on over there, and then let's go to studio. And then we're going to go find that video. And for those of you that watch this video and made it 1 out of 10, which is a really good ranking in YouTube, thank you very much. Content. And it was this video right here. I'm going to go there. We're going to open that video. So you guys get to see how the sausage is made. All right, so I don't really want to watch the video, but I'm going to stop it. And then we're going to steal that URL, control copy, and then we're going to go to channel content. Nope, we're going to go to random picker. We're going to place it right inside there, and we're going to hit fetch. And would you like to use a custom keyword filter? And the keyword filter is plan. Okay, include replies, allow no, we're not going to include replies. Allow duplicates, and then we're going to hit continue. And we have 11 people who actually pick a winner or put it in there. So now we're ready to push the button. I'm late, Cap. What did I miss? What's up? What's not so guy? We're doing the giveaway right now for the Mad Gear, the Mad Gear Contingency Planner, the Mad Gear Quick Draw Cards, and one commemorative. Oh, you can't see this. I don't have it on that screen. I'll show it to you anyway. Good morning. Just got in. Bradley Collins. There you are. And so pick a winner, and we're going to boom. This is going to be our winner. So NEG822 plan before SHIT hits the fan. I just want the dang coin. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. And you know what? We're gonna X out of that. And new certificate available. No, we're not going to do that. You know what? We're going to pick another one just in case Annie um, does not show up. We're going to close that and we're going to pick a winner. And Shane Enrod is going to be our second possibility if Ann does not send me an email or, contact localprepper@gmail.com, say, I'm a winner, and then tell me who you are, give me an address and all that stuff. And as usual, we're going to do it a third time. And certificates available. And now we're going to do it a third time because that's the way it is. We're going to go and pick a winner. And Cool Colt. I know who Cool Colt is. Cool Colt, you are number 3. You are deterred. So if Annie and Shane don't roger up and send me an email at contactlocalprepper@gmail.com, all one word, contactlocalprepper@gmail.com, all one word, then I will start going down the roster. You have until Monday. You have until Monday. Okay. let's see here. And I will try and go and find Anne, and also like find a way to inform her, because I know she might be she's obviously a subscriber, but she might not. She's not a member. I would know. I would know all my members. Okay, so the drawing is done. The drawing is done. The drawing is done. All right, I'm gonna throw that up right there. All right, and we're gonna push back over here to main. There we are. Ciao. There we go. All right, so with that taken care of and out of the way, I'm going to put that over here and out of the way. So, one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I actually went and like finally bought all the gear. Some of it was hard to find, some of it wasn't. I've been running a battle belt, and you know what? I forgot. I forgot. It is Friday, so we're gonna go with let's do 5. Yeah, let's do that. 5, and it's 1 hour, and you know what happens. You know what happens. Start the goal. I forgot to put that in there for you guys. There we go. I just want the dang point. Bradley, maybe we can work something out, Bradley. What you got in trade, man? What you got in trade? So what I've been wanting to do for a while is update my battle belt, and turn it into a field survival belt. Now, battle belts are primarily in the modern day are primarily focused on um, enemy contact, that kind of thing. Okay, but we don't really have to worry about these days those kind of things these days. Also, in the old days, in the days before this was all a thing in YouTube, the day before, back when I was just a dumb jarhead, the unit that I was with, we did a lot of long range type stuff, and we had to carry a lot of water with us. And so we always, good morning, show and tell. We always carried the 2-quart canteens instead of the 1-quart canteens. We carried a lot of water with us. It was on our packs. It was on our battle gear. We called it deuce gear. Um, and Today, you don't see that much anymore. We also operated in different places where there wasn't a lot of water. Also, filtration technology didn't really exist back then. So it was keen that we carried. And there's a story that I'll tell you real quick. The last time I was in the Philippines, 4-man team, um, we knew that we were going to be gone for 4 days, and we knew that there was no potable water. We knew that we were not going, because we're in the mountains, and we were not going to have contact with anybody whatsoever. In fact, that was what we were supposed to be doing. Um, so we literally just figured out the only way we could carry enough water for everyone without killing everyone was we took one of our rucksacks. A real rucksack is actually very large. It's not like a Molly backpack. I'm sorry, an Alice backpack, but a real like rucksack. And we put one of those giant blue bottles that you normally turn upside down to put in your water machine. We took one of those and put it inside that rucksack, and one guy would carry it for an hour. The next guy would carry it for an hour. Hey, show and tell. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Make sure everybody hit that like for show intel. It's greatly appreciated. Um, and then we just yeah, we maneuvered through the mountains of a specific Filipino island, and completely away from everybody else. It was unfortunate but necessary that we did it that way, because we all knew that none of us could individually carry the amount of water. And how's my sound? Because it seems like it's in the red. Is my sound too loud, guys? Somebody please let me know. Um, so that's what we had to do. Now, today's modern technology, you can get away with a lot of stuff, because of, thank you, Rose, appreciate you. Because of the modern water filtration technology, we take these thank you everybody for telling me that. We take this water filtration technology for granted. in the survival camping backpacking space. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Bradley. But back then we didn't have those things, so we just had to carry tons of water with us, and the water that we could find that wasn't going to you know poop our intestines out in a couple of days after a mission. Um, we treated with the old iodine tablets, and so we constantly had this mix of a dirty water container with someone's asking for the poobah. Everybody, make sure you do me a favor, give Ian a thumbs up. Let's keep the chat active, and we'll see what happens. There's only 3 more to go, and I'll have to get the Puba will show up. He will appear for a while. Anyway, so it's we had this constant cross contamination between unclean purified water, or should I say sanitized water, and unsanitized water. Um, And the reason I use the term sanitize is because you're not actually purifying. Purifying water means that there is no particulates in the water, and that there is no there are no bad things in the water. I don't want to say all 7 of them, cryptosporium, all that crap. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that is. And if you say that the water has been sanitized, it means that you have killed all the bad elements inside that water. All the little bugs and stuff are all dead. You know what I'm saying? Cool, Colt. Thank you. Cool, Colt. If you're just showing up, I think you are. You were number 3. You're the number 3 winner in the drawing. So if the first 2 people was it Anna and Shane, don't send me an email, then you'll be getting it. And what you'll be receiving is you'll be receiving, well, the contingency planner. You'll also be receiving the quick draw cards, and you will be receiving a commemorative. Whoop, there we go, commemorative 2025 local prepper solid copper coin made by Scorpion Metals. I know Bradley's like, damn it, I wanted that. I wanted that coin so bad, man. Put that back over there. Anyway, so that's the whole goal. And what I'm going to be setting up later, probably here very shortly, actually, is we're actually going to build my battle belt, or we're going to convert my battle belt into a survivalist belt. It will still have some ammunition stuff on the side, but it's limited because it's not really going to be designed for that particular thing. All right, so with that said, I'm going to push a button. You guys are going to be able to see this video where I'm tearing this thing apart. It's about 3 minutes long, but I'm going to talk you through the whole thing. Make sure that if you have any questions, you put them in the comments. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Never take water for granted. Friend on maneuvers got hepatitis from water buffalo not properly cleaned. Yeah, exactly. I know people that have had that happen. It's pretty insane. It's like that's supposed to be a thing, and it's not. And it's not for some reason. So, work is making me work. The never will try to back in. If not, have a great day. All right, Coffee, you have a great day too. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so with all that said, let's go ahead and Cool Colt's pushing buttons. Cool Colt's, everybody hit that like button for Cool Colt. They're really trying to bring the Grand Poobah out. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. All right. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this movie on. I will narrate for you. It's only a couple minutes long, and you'll see where I started from. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to push this button over here. Cha-cha. There you go. So, that's the table that I work from. That's literally over near my right hand. And we're going to push play on here. We're going to get out of the way. All right, so and I want to make that bar go away. So basically that's my those straps that I just threw, those are actually the harness. It's not an H harness, it's like a Y harness. And what I'm taking off now is actually a drop bag. You literally flip it open, and it's so that you can drop your used magazines inside of it. And then I had to actually go get a tool But I kind of screw this up every time because the bottom line is a butter knife is the very best thing to use to manipulate molly gear and the new modern molly attachments. So if you ever get into any of this gear, make sure that you get yourself a butter knife because you can fight with this gear for a while. You can fight for with it for a while. Don't act like you don't like the hat. Laugh out loud. And wear it. You wear it nearly as much as we do the yellow mesh vest at work. That is not true. All of the vests, no, I do not. I do not. But so those other things that I just took off are they call those taco pouches, and they're for magazines. They're literally just held together with compression straps. I like them because they're lightweight and they give me full access to the magazine. Retention is probably 50-50, but I like them. I like them, and they're good for like just like like a short range patrol belt, things like that. I would not advise jumping out of airplanes with them. You may get a magazine inside of your body where you do not want it. But these are things that do happen. With my refuge medical, what's that? The belt kit they call that. And now this thing kicked my butt. I literally had to cut like 3 minutes out of this video. Um, this holster was not designed for Molly gear. What's up, KP? Heathen, KP Heathen. I'm calling you Heathen. What's up, Heathen? But this holster was not designed for Molly, and I had it. So you're going to find out later. I'll probably be doing it when I'm putting the butt pack on. But in the old days, we used to secure everything because the clips that they use for the old Alice systems, they are not. They like to pop off, and if they like to pop off, that means gear pops off. And if you're doing any kind of load bearing on the gear, living the dream one nightmare at a time. There you go. You got to stay positive. Um, but this thing was I had this thing 550 corded on there like old school, and then the way the prongs that held this holster on, they were so effective. Like I said, I literally had to cut like 3 minutes out of this video because I couldn't get this damn holster off. It's a good little holster. It just doesn't work well on this particular belt. And see how the prongs are on there? They were a real pain in the butt. And clearly, yeah, there you go. So now you've seen the disassembly of the video. Then we're going to go ahead and go back here to the main. And with that disassembly, that probably took me about 15-20 minutes, simply because I had to really, really fight with that holster. I've since moved to a on the body holster, so I don't even need it on this belt. I don't even need it on this belt. All right, so before I jump over onto the other side, um, I think it's important that, well, if you have any questions, do me a favor, put those in the chat. And we're going to, you know what I need to do? I do need to do something. I do need to do one thing. I'm gonna move over to the table, and you'll see it in a second. And obviously, you'll see me. I gotta move some stuff. I think I'm good. I'm gonna get over here. Um, let's see. Let's do this. Okay, guys, time to pay some bills. And as usual, that is not a piece of refuge medical gear, but that is a piece of refuge medical gear. Now, the bottom line is that when I'm sliding over right now, I'm not even sure which microphone I'm on. I think I'm on that microphone. I might sound a little pingy for a minute. What the hell did I just click? I just clicked some stuff. All right, so guys, this is the belt kit. This is the one that I recommend everybody have if they have any kind of battle belt whatsoever. This kit comes completely loaded. I mean, it's pretty. It even comes with its own damn scissors. What I really like about this is that it's 100% American made, with American products here in America by Americans. Not a joke. Not a joke. Oh, look, what's this? What's that say? Can anybody tell me what that says? What's that say right there? Yeah, no joke. Very few companies can actually put that tab legally on their products. And TJ over there, you guys may know him, Bear from the internet, Bear Independent, uh, owner operator and um, medical god, basically. His company designs this. I really like the pull tab. You can bring everything out in one little thing, so you're not like digging inside the pouch. We're gonna push that back in there. It comes with a Gen 7 cat tourniquet. I mean, it's just the company's untouchable, guys. And I think if you've known me long enough, you know that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Americans, their companies, and the tools that they make for us. Now, guys, if you're going to spend any money on medical gear, you should definitely be buying something like this. Not a joke. Yeah, if you buy it, I make 30 cents every time you spend $100, that kind of thing. But the reality is that if you're going to buy it, you might as well have the best stuff that's out there. Now, yes, you can save a little bit of money because it's a little bit expensive. You can see there on the screen, you'll get 15% off if you use code local prepper. I haven't had time to update this image. That's why it's got that. It used to say prep stock. But now it's local prepper, and I think that you should all go there and do that as soon as possible. If you think Refuge Medical's number one, put a one in the chat. I dare you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move off of this onto the table cam. There we go. All right, so and then we're actually going to start recording this puppy right here. We're going to start recording. There we go. So now we're recording, and I'm actually on a completely different microphone. I went and got another microphone. So how is my sound with that microphone, guys? I'm going to move it, try to move it out of frame a little bit. I'm going to try and move a few things around here. How is my sound with that? Let me know in the chat, guys. All right, I'm going to push this out of the way. Okay, so I've got the gear. I've got the gear. I'm echoing right now. Yeah, I've got two different microphones bringing in sound. Give me 1 second. Let me find out which one okay, that's the one I wanted. And then I'm going to mute that one. There we go. So I should sound much better now with this microphone right here. Master level of echo, 10-ish, not too able, better. Yeah, well, I had both microphones. I literally have both microphones like right next to each other over here. Um, but I have this other one. So very nice. There we go. Okay, good to go. Good to go. I'm glad. What is that? What's this stuff that's in the way? It's a screen. Let me push that screen out of frame. Oh man, this table. I really need to have a different kind of setup for this. I really do. I'm gonna get that out of the way. Okay, so what is that? What is that? That's a bass run mic. How about that? There we go. Okay, so I think I've got everything. I think I finally got everything cleared the hell out of here. What is that? What is that blue thing? What is that? I don't understand what is that? It's like there's a shadow there, but there's nothing there to create that shadow. All right, so this is as good as it's going to get. All right, what about Cole Colt has been a member for 15 months. That is freaking awesome, guys. Everybody make sure you guys give him a congratulations. Cole Colt is actually the oldest, not in age, but member on in the YouTube's membership program. So that's quite an achievement on the YouTube sides. Let's see. LP, it's a shadow from your light source. I believe it. I have so many lights in here, it's crazy. All right, let's see here. So let's get into it. Guys, this is I need to move over here. I'm gonna need to move all this gear that I've got piled up over here. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. So this is actually a U.S. Marine Corps belt. This one is from probably right after they got rid of all of their Alice stuff. It actually has a label. When I do complete this, there we go. It's got its own little label telling you what it is right over here. But this is the top of the belt. Uh, and obviously, this is a very, very well padded belt. Um, let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we've got our belt. We've got our belt. Now, here's the biggest trick to this is I wanted to have I wanted to have a butt pack on this belt. It would be like right here. And don't worry, when this thing fills up, it's like that. It'll stand up like that. Take this further out there. There we go. And so the only one that I could find, they do make butt packs for Molly because this is the old Alice system that uses clips. Okay. They do make uh, butt packs from Mali, but they're very hard to find and they're very poorly constructed. So right now, Rothko makes the only reasonably good butt pack that's not like full up, gonna rip vinyl, that kind of thing. As you can see over here, like on the side hooks, it's double stitched. So I always recommend that you get with the Rothko. But the reality is that it uses a completely different system. All right. And so with the Molly system, it's normally it straps. You've got this hardened, doubled up strap right here, and then you've got what's left of it, and they always make them too damn big. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Hold on a second. Let me show you how big this stupid thing is. Even if it's looped over, look how big it is compared to the belt. So it's not going to hold anything onto the belt. I don't know why they design them like this, but they do, and it's pretty dumb. Now, I will be using this later as a basically a gear security system, but um, we're going to go ahead and get this on here so you can see what it's going to look like once you start to put things together. Now, we are going to be using the original Alice clips because once again, the Molly is it's crap. And if you don't know how these work, basically you loop these through the system and then you push it closed like that. Whoop, there you go. Push it closed like that. And that it's very easy to put on and off. Unfortunately, it likes to pop off as well. So having them on the gear is always the tricky part, is always the tricky part. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting these, we're going to be trying to line these up as best with these two pieces right here. And obviously this is the top. So we're going to want to put these. And now if in the Molly system, you go back and forth, you go one in, one out, one in. But with the Alice system, you can only use so much space. And there's only so much that fits on there, right? So we're going to put the Alice system clips on here, and then we're going to fold this over. Actually, we'll probably just fold the belt over. It's probably easier to clip it on. Now, honestly, I don't like that because I think clips, I think we're going to do it this way. I think we're going to put the clips on the Alice device itself, and then we'll clip them on using that. Now, what we're also going to be doing is we're going to be duct taping, and later on I will 550 cord this bag on as well, because I just don't want it to come off, and it will be load bearing because the H harness that I've selected will actually hook to this ass pack. If you guys ever run an ass pack, get that hat. Oh my God, who did that? Freaking cool Colt. Damn it. Damn it, you. Damn you, Colt. Damn you. But how are you going to see me wearing it? How are you going to see me wearing it if I'm doing this, smart guy? Hold on. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Let's see here. Let's go to main. There we go. There we go. You'll need for a voiceover. All right, so I'm gonna put this other clip on here now that I got that other one on. But we'll go back to this. We're gonna go back to this here in a second, guys. This is actually the hardest part of the whole build is getting these clips on. They do have a tendency to kind of fight with you, and they're not really. There we go. So I got the clips on there. All right, so the clips on the belt. Did I get it on the right one? I did. Oh, I put it on the wrong one. Yeah, I put it on the wrong one. There it is. It's like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. All right, now it's on the right one. Now it's on the correct one. All right. All right. And so, yes, the hats, the hat. And we're back. This is silly. Okay, I got to make an adjustment now. All right. That's not the microphone I want. That's the microphone I want. I don't know why I have both microphones on the table. Let's mute it there. There we go. Okay, good. All right, so we are back and clicking. You know what? If I put it there? What if I put it over here? What if I put it like right there for all to see? Let me see if I can get that. No, I don't think any of that's going to work, guys. I don't think any of that is going to work. All right. Well, like I said, I got to record this. So, all right, let's see here. Okay, so we've got the butt pack on, and obviously we want to get rid of the. It's made by Rothko. We'll get rid of that. Um, so now, if you're got to get it out there. So now we have clips into position right there. And then what I'll have to do later is I'll have to come back and I'm going to wrap duct tape around. There's something wrong with this computer. Something's wrong. Hold on. I'm going to come back later and wrap duct tape around um, the actual metal latch so it won't come out. And then I will also 550 cord this down to the belt. Now, why do we hook it to the belt? We're going to be hooking the H harness instead of the H harness. The H harness can be hooked to the belt right here. The H harness can be hooked to the belt right here. Okay, right there where my hands are. See those little clips where my hands are? They're kind of coyote. But I want to, because this is going to be load bearing, there's hanging spots right here, and I want it to hang off of that. That way, when there's weight inside of, if you if you put your H harness connected to the belt instead of to the ass pack, when you put weight in the ass pack, the H harness won't support the ass pack. It's just going to pull on your belt. So if you hook it to the connectors that are on the ass pack itself, then what happens is the weight is bared. The weight of the butt or the ass pack is bared by the H harness itself. The H harness itself. All right, so I'm not seeing any questions, so we're gonna go with that. What I was thinking about doing was just securing it because I can still put one of these. I think I'll do it now. I can still put one of these molly clips, these molly attachments sideways. I can still put one of these molly attachments. You can't see it. This is really okay. And I can do that, and then I can run it back up through here. I can snap that down, and now that's kind of like a safety mechanism right there. It's not pretty. I don't like it. I'm going to come back and 550 cord it. We're going to take that off right now so I don't forget. It's just an idea I had. These things are pretty much useless with doing Alice to Molly gear. It just doesn't work. But now you've got your butt pack. It's actually hooked to the belt and it's centered up on the belt so that it can actually bear weight. I'm going to be filling this with all sorts of survival gear, a cook canteen, um, water purification, a gravity bag, some food, maybe an overnighter, maybe a poncho. There's a handful of things that I'll be putting inside of this thing so that I can literally just grab this and walk into the woods and I'm good to go for like 24 hours. So there's that. If you guys like what I've done so far, put a one in the chat. Kind of keeps the chat alive. Lets the old algorithm know that we're still alive and kicking, and it does help. All right. So the next thing that I found, and these are actually getting harder to find, are I'm huge on the two quart canteens. If you notice, guys, my gear doesn't match colors. I don't really care. I'm not going for a parade. Coyote green, Ranger green. It's pretty much all the same once you dump it in mud. But I picked this one up at Rothko. I've got another one. You can see I literally bought them same day, and they're slightly different colored, and they have a slightly different design. Like this is black and that's green, and so on and so forth. I do have this one does have an NBC cap on it, but it's an old one. This this two quart canteen I've actually carried in. Oh, it's got my information on that side. I didn't know it was there. I've carried in some very bad places. This thing is, I think it's old as it's probably 30 years old, 30 maybe even 40 years old. Um, but yeah, and so they come with a carrying strap, like this one has its carrying strap, the other one has its carrying strap some other place. And the bottom of our deuce gear or our H harness, why is that one so tight? It's really tight. Actually had these kinds of clips right here. And which we would use these, but they made noise, so we would once we put them on something, we would uh, duct tape all around that and the connector, so it still swiveled, but it wouldn't rattle. So I don't need these handles. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And we're going to be putting one. How do I have this right now? Where's the top? This is the top. So I'm going to have one right here, and I'm going to have one right here. And what you're going to find out is that it looks like, oh my God, I don't have any other room on my belt. But once I start to put everything on it, you're going to see real quick that it's going to get aligned pretty quickly. It's going to get aligned pretty quickly. Um, let's see here. Miko Wolf says Cantina on both, ammo pouches on both sides with the first and kits 1911. Don't forget, hook up the harness. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It looks like we're gonna be over our 1 hour, but that's okay because I wanted to finish this for you guys. And I honestly, I've had this project on the books for 6 months. I've just been waiting for things to come in. Okay, so let's get this one out of the way. We're going to put this one on. And here's the thing, like now I literally can take this. Matter of fact, you know what I need to do with that extra strap? Push these straps back down through here so that they're not in the way when I want to use them later. These things have some weird straps that I don't remember from my older butt packs. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me sit here. Just gotta get those straps out of the way real quick, guys. Just got to the bottom. That way they're not going to be anywhere when I do decide to start putting stuff in it. There we go. Now the ass pack itself it's all clean up top. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this canteen on. And we're literally just go right next to the next with the Molly systems. Literally just go right next to the where your last latch was. And when you get that arch, it goes from flat to arch, and it creates more space. So with these, what you have to do is you have to run them in and out for stability. We're gonna get rid of the canteen real quick. You got to run them in and out for stability. And so you'd run this one in here. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of that tag and we're going to run. These are meant to be right next to each other. We're going to put that one right there. And then it's going to go inside of this one. Okay, so we're going to flip this. We're going to pull this through. And then we're going to put that inside of here. The idea is that once these go flat and are locked into place, that they are flush against the belt. They're not going to pull off. It's a really stable system. But it does take a little bit of work to get it done. And like I was talking about earlier, sometimes you actually need a butter knife to push these things through. We used to steal them from the chow hall. Um, so we had one. And then we're going to go and we're going, because that overlaps that. I'm going to put this in the bottom of that one. This one will go into those. It's not seeing, I got to work further out here, but I like to pull things to my chest to give me better coverage of it. I'm going to pull that through there. I'm going to pull that through there. And then we're going to snap it in place. And then now this bag is going nowhere. It's truly on there. And we could actually adjust this so that it's actually up one because the molly overlaps itself and do four fingers. Then I could literally bring it up by one and it would carry it higher. But this is fine for a 2-quart canteen. Pop that in there. Now we have a 2-quart canteen on top of our gear, and our ass pack will just explode out like that. And then when we're bending, we're wearing it. Now you see what I'm saying? It's actually exposed. This will actually end up more on the back of my thing. And then we'll do the same thing over here. We're just going to do the same exact thing over here. Sorry, I keep pulling it myself so I can have more control. There we go. And then we're going to snap it on. We'll put our canteen in it. Latch it down. All right. Now you have your butt pack with your 2-quart canteen. And there's still plenty of space. Like this is fine how it does this, but don't worry about that. If you guys ever recreate this, don't worry about that. It's going to expand with all the gear. And with the bend in it, it's going to be just fine that way. You can clearly see there's more than enough room for all of that gear. And then I guess the next thing is I think I planned on my left side, I was going to put the my belt kit from Refuge Medical. I'm going to put that on my left side. Actually, no, I'm going to put it on my right side because I want my ammo pouch to be on my left side. So we're going to take this canteen out of here it's actually kind of noisy. Um, we're going to do that just so we can make sure we flex the gear. And then we're going to put it like right here. I may move over one because that canteen is going to pop out just a little bit. We're going to go to the second set. Now these are different. These are more modern, um, but they're really easy to use, guys. These straps you could use them for a lot of different things, but they're just not necessary for a molly use. And then you literally just do the same thing we did a second ago. You just, and this is going to be a little trickier. We're going to go out one. This is just a little trickier. And it's probably easier to do without holes out of it, for sure. It's going to be about a million times easier to do it with nothing inside the pouch. All right, so we got that done, and we've got our molly here on the other side. Butter knife. This is a hell of a lot easier to do when you don't have to show anybody how to do it. You don't have to worry about camera angles and all that other stuff. Come on now. Come on. There we go. That's better. All right. Now we're making some progress. Put it through that last piece of molly down here. These new modern ones are actually harder to work with than the original molly. It's kind of weird. You would think they'd make it easier. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to slip these into these locks. This does make it easier as far as locking it down, but that's about it. As you can see, it is quite an issue. There's one. My God. Maybe we just do one for now. Okay. Maybe we just get that one locked in there, or if we can. Like there's something in the way. I can't quite figure out here. There we go. Thing is it doesn't click, so you don't know if it's actually on there. There it is. Okay, wow. That was uh that was an adventure. Okay, and then we're gonna pop that back inside there where it belongs. And then the last things that we're gonna put on are our actual ammo pouches. And I've got two pistol and one rifle. So we're gonna go ahead and take these out for now. These should be these should be much easier. Much easier. See, with that butter knife, that is a game changer. As long as you get it in there right. I'm going to check the chat here in a second, guys. Kind of preoccupied at this very moment. Got that. And we're going to push this through the molly side on this one. Sugar's tight. That means such a pain in the butt. Sometimes when it's going like this, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I know I'm not. There we go. Just being a pain in the butt. think it was because one of the bands was in the way. So I see that over here now. Come on now, you can do it. There you go. Come on through. There we go. Goodness. All right. Got one more thing of Molly to go here. Why it's being so tight? It's kind of weird. Yeah. You know what? I think the straps on these are just too short to do full Molly. So we're just going to do two at a time. And it's just a magazine clip, so it's not a big deal. That's one of the things about the Molly system is you can actually like you don't have to do it exactly how they want you to do it. You can do it however whatever work for you. Because I know these magazine clips fit on here really tight. Goodness, that was a battle. That was a crazy ass battle. We'll put this other one on right next to it. There, that one's right on, no problem. Okay, and then there's magazine. Throw that there. And if you guys don't know anything about tacos, when I say tacos, it's the type of mount but they're they're really not made to put magazines in. They're made to hold magazines and push magazines out. That's what they're really made for. All right, so we got that done. Oh my God, that was insane. That was crazy. Let's see here. What? Who's doing Molly? Build a belt, Molly attachments. Okay, cool. And so I guess the next thing is just the harness itself. Um, and I chose this is where are we at here? This is the ODH harness by Condor. They're reputable, but I like it instead of the old H harnesses. They came down. The old H harnesses came down in the middle, and well, this new ones have all this back strap and make it really easy to attach to things and hold a lot of weight. And so all you have to do now, all you have to do now is we're going to flip this over so you guys can see the orientation. But basically, we're going to run these straps right here. These straps, they have to go backward and forward because we're upside down right now. Through this D link that's on the main strap, like so. See, it's going to go like that. Did I do that right? I got that right? I do. Okay. You know how many times as a young Marine I would put together gear like this and do it completely backwards because it was like it's really easy to screw it up because of the orientation of it. And then we're just gonna basically give it a little bit of space and run it through this piece of molly right here. Looks like that one comes all the way down. Same one over here. Oops, did it run through the molly? Wish I could get away with running it through two of these pieces, but then you wouldn't be able to cinch it down. Butter knife. Right. That one through here. Obviously, you'd have to adjust these straps to fit. Um, you'd have to actually like put it on, stand in front of a mirror, do all that stuff. But that's the back straps. So that's the back straps. And then you've got the front straps. And the front straps actually hook right to the top of the belt. In the old days, we clipped them to the belt. But with some of this modern gear, we don't do that anymore. We just don't need to. A lot less metal pieces on the gear. And I would actually like tape these down. Once I got the strap to the exact length that I wanted it to be, I would like wrap this strap up like this and then tape it all the way around so it stayed in place. Same thing over here. And I would put it on for you when I'm done, but I don't have the camera set up for that. I didn't think about that until just now. But okay, so it's generally close. So the gear. So now we have. If we close this, there we go. Put a couple of 2-quart canteens in it. Now you've got the full up. She's all set. Boom, just like that. You would wear it like this. There's your H harness. This H harness actually has a chest clip on it too. Just got to throw 2-quart canteens in there. And I do have another. Did buy another NBC cap for this new canteen. Right. And then, like I was telling you, when you put it all together, you can see how it all, even though it's close together, it all fits. There you go. And now it's a survival belt and not a battle belt. Whew. That took a while, guys. That took way longer than I thought it would, to be honest with you. So, yeah, that's the stuff. Any questions? Let's spread this out for you. Oh, okay. Back to the main. There we go. Any questions? Thank you, Rose. Appreciate it. Yeah, that didn't go exactly how I planned, and I've only damaged one butter knife, but it was for a good cause. Fix it. Let me fix it now so I can put it back in the drawer. There we go. It's already fixed. See, it's perfect. Okay. What do we got? Looks like we went 12 minutes over. We still have 12 people watching. Very serendipitous that happened that way. I'll be looking for the email from Anne. And if not, then I'll reach out to Shane. And if not, then I will be reaching out to Cool Colt. Oh, since you guys did make it happen, there we go. There we go. Why is it all crooked? It's all weird looking and stuff. Um, let's see. Very, very riveting show. Riveting. With a rivet gun or like riveting? I still feel like that sound is way too loud. Way too loud. All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So we've been going at this for about an hour and 15 minutes. I want to thank those of you that made the grand poobah of preparedness come out and hanging out with me and putting together my new bag. I'm very happy with it. Hopefully, you guys learned something from it. Like I said, I will be turning that into an actual video. I'm gonna need to stop recording. I will be turning that into an actual video. It'll probably come out on Monday. I'll just narrate it, to be honest with you. Um, and I'll have to cut a few things out, like me fighting with that one piece of of plastic for so long. It can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but once it's together, you're good to go. You're good to go. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Yeah, I'll put some shorts out probably this weekend, and then yeah, you'll see the video on Monday. Stay safe. Have a great weekend, and I shall see you when I see you. For those of you that are in the membership, I really recommend everybody getting in there. It's well worth it. There's a link in the description someplace to become a member. But anyway, I will see you guys in the Discord, or I'll be available to you in the Discord. And hopefully, I think it was Catitude had a question about game cams. Hopefully that got answered in the Discord. If not, I'll get on it. Because that's what I do. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Ah, hell, I'm just going to push the button.